Hello, beer review number 51. We've got a lovely smoky German beer today. If you remember back to, I don't know which number it was a fair while back now, maybe 10 reviews back. It was, I did Aecht Schlenkerla Rauchbier, which is original Schlenkerla Rauchbier. One of the biggest smoke beer, Rauchbier, smoke beer, in German. One of the biggest smoke beer brewers in the world. It's in the small brewing town of Bamberg in Bavaria, and there's loads of breweries. About, I think, what was the statistics? About 70,000 people live there, and there's about 11 breweries or something. Well, that was the Aecht Schlenkerla Rauchbier, means original Schlenkerla Rauchbier, smoke beer, and it was 5.1%, and it was just a nice smoky beer. They smoke the malts on, it's like a lager type beer as the base. They lager it or store it in the cellars underneath Bamberg city, which they still do with obviously this, all their beers. They lager it, which is German for store. Well, that was, like I said, they smoked the malts over beechwood fires to give it, you know, really potent, smoky, dry flavour. Well, this is Aecht Schlenkerla Eiche. There's a few differences between that and the other one. First of all, Eiche means oak, so they smoke the malts for this one over oak instead of beech, so the flavour I'm sure will be different somehow. And also it's a doppelbock, which is strong. It's 8 point nothing, yeah, 8% exactly. So this is matured for months in the cellars. So it's, yeah, it'll be more, you know, maybe intense and more aromatic than the original beechwood smoke beer. So we never know until we try these things. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this. It should be a nice, it says, actually it says it quite a bit on the back. 8% alcohol, blah blah blah. Matures for months in the deep brewery cellars underneath Bamberg into a special treat for smoke beer lovers. And I love a good smoke beer, good Rauch beer. I've had a couple before and I've enjoyed them. So yeah, let's crack this baby open. Remember, it's 8% and it's near enough a pint bottle, 500ml, so you want to, you know, sip this one, not glug it down. You won't want to glug them down anyway, even the weaker ones, because it's just a beer to savour. Just a good old pint glass there. Oh my word, that smells nice. Right, obviously it's not bottle conditioned, so I'm just going to go halvesies. When it's pouring, it's noticeably lighter than the other Rauch beer, I'm sure it is. Yeah, it's more of an amber. The other one was more brown. And it's thicker consistency as it's trickling down the glass, you can see. Slight flimsy little head there, but then again I haven't poured it very well, I've only poured a bit out. Quite good carbonation there. It's a light amber colour. Not as deep and dark as the other smoke beer. But yeah, it's a really nice colour that. It's like a honeyed sort of amber colour. It's really nice. And perhaps that's something to do with the oak. Again, instead of beech, maybe beech produces darker smoke. I don't know. You know, all these little twinges and here and there, you know, they make differences with beer. Well, the smoky smell is very similar to the other one. Although it's not as deep and dark and dry. It does smell smoked, don't get me wrong. It just smells sweet. You can smell sweet malt coming through there. But the other one, the other beer, all you could smell was smoke. Smoke just dominated the smell and the flavour really. It was just a dry, smoky beer. Smell and taste. This is more complex. You don't get a boozy smell, like it's 8% alcohol, like I say, you don't get a boozy smell coming through at all. Just sweet malt and nice oak smoke. A bit of orange peel, maybe something like that. There's something zesty going on there. Darling, how long have I got left? Because you know how I ramble and have 1 minute left to taste it.
5 minutes.
5 minutes, good. Trying to get to the point here tonight, folks.
Good on with it.
Good on with it. That's what I'm trying to do. Yeah, a bit of vanilla. Like a smoothness somewhere. There's definitely something citrusy in there. And it's sweet and malty and smoky. The smoke just cuts through the whole thing, it just blends ever so well.
Ever so well.
Ever so well, darling. Oh, I just want to rip into that. We're going to try it now. Sorry, my snuffly nose keeps sniffing, do apologise. I'm going to try and keep the head... Oh no, I've sniffed it now, I can get a bit of a head on that now, can't I? Although this is a stronger beer, it's a doppelbock, so there's not going to be a great head on this anyway, I wouldn't have thought. Even I'm having to force that. Well, that's just nice. That's just right. It's a very soapy looking head, it's just wobbling around, no sticking. No, it's quite big bubbles, just glooping away. That's not going to last very long, I don't think. But anyway, we're going to get in there now. It's nicely cool, by the way. It's like sort of cellar temperature, I would say, maybe sort of between 10 and 12, not quite 14. It's not chilled, it's just nicely cool. I've had it in the fridge for a couple of hours and I've had it out for maybe sort of 15 minutes, something like that. Right, and it's been at the front of the fridge as well. So yeah, cheers folks. That's good. Straight away, the smokiness is not as intense, by any means, as the Märzen, which is the original Rauchbier. Obviously, like I said, this is stronger, this is 8%, the other one was 5.1, but the smoke dominates the other one more. There's more going on in this. You do get a bit of a warmth from the alcohol, but not much. So on that note, be extra careful because you might not be able to, you might get halfway through it and forget that it's 8% ABV. You get a sweetness on the end of your tongue straight away, and the smokiness comes. Like I said, the actual smoky flavour's not massively potent, but you can feel the influence in that dry, coppery finish. It really is dry and quite bitter at the back of your throat, which is the smoke. And to some degree the hops, but these aren't very hoppy beers at all. Get a good taste there. That carbonation is light on your tongue, which is nice. It's very light bodied beer, it's very drinkable. Sweet. You don't really get so much of the orangey zesty flavours in the taste, but you do get more of a caramel sort of toffee-ish taste with the maltiness. It's quite robust in the maltiness. I'm surprised at how smoky it doesn't taste. I mean, if this is the first smoke beer you ever have, or you will just taste the smoke because you won't be used to it, you know. But after having the other Rauch beer, this doesn't taste half as smoky. The oak smoke's definitely lighter than the beech smoke. It's more in the finish than the flavour. It's a nice, sweet, light-bodied beer. When I say sweet, don't be put off. It's not sickly sweet by any means. It's not overly sweet. It's just got a nice, soft sweetness to balance it out. If this didn't have the sweetness, then it would be pretty dry. Well, duh. That makes sense, doesn't it? But you know what I mean. You know, the smoke would be just... But no, it's what are you saying? It's a bit gassy. Sorry, excuse me. Begging your pardon. Yeah, it's sort of definitely a bit of honey sort of sweetness in there. I mean, if you've ever had oak aged beers before, there's the oak does impart a caramel sort of malty taste. Like Innocent Gun, for example, a Scottish beer. You can definitely taste the vanilla-y oakiness in that. And you can in this. Although it's not been aged in oak, as far as I know, it's just got oak smoke running through the malt. I wouldn't say it's better than the other Rauch beer. I would say it's the same but different. This has got more going on it, it's more complex, so it's more challenging. But if you like out and out just smoke beer, then go for the other one first. In fact, go for the other one first anyway. If you knew, it'll really, slap you in the teeth. But yeah, I'm enjoying this very much. It's a sipping beer. It's going to be nice and relaxing. I'm going to kick back. I've just been out. It's cold. It's going to be nice and warming. I'm going to kick back and I'm going to enjoy this. Because the smokiness makes it feel warming. And yeah, you can definitely feel that in the dry finish. Very, very balanced beer. Fantastic. Cheers, folks.